Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Train Simulator. So today you can see we are at New Canaan on the New Haven line, or on the New Canaan Branch. And this is pretty much just going to be the southbound shuttle to Stamford. So of course we're going to be making all local stops to Stamford. So Talmadge Hill, Springdale, Glenbrook, and Stamford. And you can see we're doing this in an M2 because I like the M2. Even though I've never been on one, I just like it for some reason. And alright, we're just going to set up the cab here. And I am going to, like, commentate on this. So, see, master key on, max brake, forward. Now, what I like to do, if you want to keep the master handle down, you can press enter on the number pad or whatever, and then keep pressing it, and then you press escape, and then just let go of the handle, and then press escape again, and then it's just going to be down like that, pretty much. Now we got to put the, I don't know what you call this thing, but you have to put that AC pantograph up and pantograph up button here. Press and hold that. And there you go. Pantograph is up, and put the headlights on bright and open the doors. And there we go. Okay, pantograph is up, and I think, yeah, this is 5 cars. So this is an M2, and then this is an M4 back here. I'm only going to be doing it one way, though. I'm not going to be doing it both ways. Alright, I'll set up the passenger view here. Okay, this is backwards. This is what I typically like to do with the passenger view. See, this is the rear of the train. I like to turn the camera like that, so you can just see the rear area here. So you can see most of the car. Oh, doors are closing already, apparently. But, okay. So, time is 12:28, and just gonna do the buzzer because I can. Okay, so the speed limit is now, it's 10 miles an hour. Well, press Control F to turn on. Oh, I'm speeding already. How awesome is that? Alright, so we have a railroad crossing coming up here. I think this is, what do you call it? Grove Street. I think this is Grove Street. And the next one is Richmond Hill Road, I think. There you go. Proper horn sequence. Take the passenger view. Yeah, I like this passenger view. This is just the outside of the train here. I'm going to take a screenshot, because why not? And now we have Richmond Hill Road coming up next, pretty soon, so we're going to do the horn sequence again. So 2 long, 1 short, and 1 long going through the crossing. And Talmadge Hill is our next stop. And there's a crossing right there. There you go. Oh, okay. See, now we start with the insane downhill gradients. And real life, I don't think this is a problem, but I'm not sure. I don't think you just start increasing in speed when you're going downhill like this. I don't think the gradient is this steep in real life. But then again, I don't know. I've only been on the New Canaan Branch twice. I don't really remember how this section is here. And I know I can start accelerating to 25 when I see a house kinda on the side, which we might have already passed and I just didn't pay attention to. But I don't know. We definitely already passed it, so I'm just gonna start accelerating. Okay, I mean, I think the speed limit is 40 at this point, but it's 25 and then it's 40. So I'm just gonna stay at 25 for a little bit and now just go up to 40 just to be safe, okay? Even though I already sped at the beginning of the video. Usually I would just accelerate up to 35 even though the speed limit is 40. Because this downhill gradient, which again I don't think is a problem in real life. But also, in real life, I'm pretty sure there are a lot more trees than they show in the game. Like, I remember, in real life, there are a lot of trees next to the tracks. It kind of just looks like you're on an open plain sometimes in this game, but not in real life. Pretty sure this is the longest distance between stations here, New Canaan and Talmadge Hill. That or Talmadge Hill and Springdale. And I'm pretty sure Talmadge Hill is the only station that doesn't have a railroad crossing on, like, one of its sides. You'll see what I mean in a second. We probably already know what I mean, but if you don't... Yeah, see, this is pretty long distance here. Well, pretty long. I mean, it's not very long compared to distances between other stations. Like on the Hudson line, like New Hamburg and Poughkeepsie are like 10 minutes apart. This is like maybe 5 minutes apart. Maybe even less than that. I mean, I've been recording for 6 minutes, so it's probably about 5 minutes apart. Alright, see, we're passing this bridge here. And now once we pass that bridge, that means the station's near. It's on the next curve. And now we have to slow down to 20 before the station, because there's a 20 limit, like, for the full length of all of the platforms. So we're going to have to slow down to 20. But the speed limit is pretty much 40 for the entire rest of the branch. And of course we get to go 50 when we're going to Stamford and stuff. There you go. You can see the station out in the distance there. I don't know if I should start slowing down. Yeah. I'll just apply some, like, minimum braking. Alright. And here's Talmadge Hill. You see, there's no railroad crossing here. Only on the other side there is. Now, in this game, Talmadge Hill can only fit 3 cars for some reason. I'm pretty sure in real life it can fit 4. But, you know, in this game, only 3 cars. I don't even know why. I feel like some platforms in this game are shorter than in real life. Alright, let's see here. See, there's a railroad crossing. And open the doors. Because you see over here, there is no railroad crossing because I think this is the Merritt Parkway. So, but all other stations, I mean... Springdale and Glenbrook have a railroad crossing on both sides of the station. And obviously not New Canaan because it's the terminal. You can just literally... there's no tracks to put a railroad crossing on. Alright, here I'm just going to do one long blast, or one short blast. And then a long blast through the station. I mean, crossing. There you go. And of course, speed limit is still 20 because we have to wait for the entire train to pass. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think most of it's already passed. I mean, the whole train probably passed at this point, but I like to be safe. I mean, we are only 5 cars. I mean, I'm pretty sure New Canaan Branch trains nowadays, of course, they all use M8s. The M2s don't even exist anymore, so pretty sure they would usually run 6-car M8s, or maybe 5-car M8s, like if you put a single car. But I'm not sure. I think most of the time they just use 6-car trains, but they usually, the first 2 cars are deadheads, I think. I don't know why they need deadheads on New Canaan Branch trains. I mean, they might as well just get a 4-car train. I don't get the point of putting deadheads on a New Canaan Branch train. Especially if it's just a shuttle, it's not going directly to Grand Central. Alright. Now, we still have a pretty long distance between stations now. Pretty sure the entire New Canaan Branch takes 17 minutes. And the next railroad crossing, there's going to be a cemetery by Springdale. And I don't remember the names of the streets. I think one was like Camp Road or something like that. I don't remember. I remember I looked them up once, but I forgot. here the terrain starts to get a little bit more straight in the game, at least. You don't accelerate as much, because the downhill gradient is not as bad here. But once we reach the cemetery, it's going to start doing the same thing. But as soon as we pass Springdale, it's pretty much just going to be all flat. I don't really know, again, if the same logic applies in real life here. Oh, I see, now we're accelerating again. And the railroad crossing is kind of coming up. I don't know if I have to do the horn sequence through both crossings or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know if I'm supposed to do the sequence for this crossing, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm pretty sure the rule is that if there are a lot of railroad crossings within the close proximity, you have to do the proper sequence for the first one. But I think if the train has a bell, which obviously M2s don't, you can just run through the other crossings with the bell on, and you don't even need to blow the horn at all through those other crossings. But if the train doesn't have a bell, I think you just have to blow the horn as you're going through the crossing. But I don't think those two crossings are technically close to each other. I mean, they kind of are, but... Well, we have Springdale Station coming up and another railroad crossing. See, I'm distracting myself by talking here. Yeah, Springdale. Now, Springdale can fit 4 cars, I'm sure of that. In the game. And in real life, but in the game. Okay, Springdale. And you see it can fit the 4 cars and a little bit of the 5th car. Don't know if it can fit a little bit of the 5th car in real life or not. Because I'm not too familiar with the new Canaan Branch in real life. I kind of am. Oh, and if you're not familiar with the departure buzzer, usually the conductor would do that to signal that, like, you can start going and the doors are closed. But obviously we don't have a conductor here because it's a simulator. But in the M2, they have a nice feature where you can just do it yourself. You see? If you press B, you just do the departure buzzer. Which again, normally the conductor would do. The driver's never gonna press that. So I can honestly just accelerate to 39 here. I like to go 1 mile an hour under the limit in case the train accelerates a little bit. We have a railroad crossing coming up here too. What did I just do? Just press the space bar the second time by accident to be heard there. Yeah, but then again, a good thing about talking during a video is that people don't expect me to be professional here. I don't think I've ever actually talked during a train sim run. It's kind of fun to commentate, though. But at the same time, it distracts me. Okay, so at Glenbrook, which is the next stop, the 20 speed limit is going to come a little bit earlier. So it's not just going to be for the length of the platform, it's going to be before that. And the position... I know, the landmark I used to know when the speed limit is, it's like, I'm going to start slowing down now. We'll see what I mean in a second. It's this fence right there, when that starts, that's when I know the 20 limit starts roughly. So I think the 20 limit roughly starts here. You see where this fence is here, where it starts. And then, of course, more railroad crossings. And then that's our last stop before Stamford. And Glenbrook can also fit all the 4 cars in the game. And Glenbrook is the only stop that's on the left side. You can see, if you're going south at least. Alright. Alright, and Stanford is the next and last stop. You can see Glenbrook is the only station that's on this side. All the other stops are on this side. I mean, Stanford is, you know, it could be whatever. I mean, most of the time the New Canaan Branch trains arrive on track 5, so the doors open on both sides when you're at Stamford, usually. Unless you arrive on track 3 for some weird reason. Or if you're Grand Central Direct. I think I set the scenario to arrive on track 5. Oh, and also, again, the 20 limit also extends further, so speed limit is still 20. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go right to 50, not 40, but 50, because we're about to merge onto the main New Haven line. And I think it starts right as soon as this curve ends, like right thereabouts. But of course, the whole train needs to pass. And we're not going to have to switch any tracks or anything, because this track will take us directly to Stamford track 5, which is where we're going to arrive. And then there's going to be a platform on the left and on the right as well. And in real life, they would open the doors on the left and the right. But in the game, trains can't do that. They can only have one side open at a time. So it's just going to open on the right. Alright. I could have started accelerating earlier than that, but again, just being safe, even though I just sped at the beginning. Now, usually at this point I would just accelerate to 45 because once again the downhill gradient makes you accelerate a little bit. Now, we're not going to be at any limiting signal speed or anything, but 45 is good, just because you're going to see, yeah, 46. And then we're going to go 47, and I think we're going to go up to maybe 48 or 49, and then I'm going to start braking again, just like I did for the most part before Talmadge Hill. I haven't been on the passenger view in a long time. And I like passenger views a lot. I don't know why. Like, I can't live without the passenger view, pretty much. But when I film, I'm talking, so it's kind of easy to just ignore the passenger view. So yeah, if a train doesn't have a passenger view, I'm most likely not even going to buy it. Because I need a passenger view. Like, I need a passenger view. You know, a lot of people really don't care, but I do. Alright, 48. So I don't think we're going to accelerate anymore, but I'm just going to stay at 48. Actually, you know what? Power 1, 49. There you go. We're not going to slow down to 45, as I just said before, because we're not going to be limited to 45. Because we would be if we were switching tracks, but we're not switching tracks. At least I think we're not switching tracks. But I think the speed limit actually does go down to 45 here. Actually, I don't even know. In real life, I don't think it does, but, you know, we're just going to go 45 anyway. Because I think the speed limit actually does go down to 45 here. I'm not even sure. I'll check the HUD. Yeah, it does. I don't know why. I don't think it should in real life, but I don't know. And we're a 4-car train too, so we're going to have to stop pretty early. think this is a good place to stop for a 4-car train. About. Alright, let's open the doors here. And now, pretty much, this train would probably be ready to head back to New Canaan or either the yard. So they would usually just switch around the headlights and stuff. Alright, so pretty much that's the end of that. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.